There's a 99.6% chance we'll never see any of these fake figs from LEGO for 4 big reasons. So get a good look at each throughout this video because you may never see them again. Let us begin. This is Mark, better known as Invincible from the TV show Invincible? Wow, I just put that together. He looks like your typical fake LEGO superhero, but I can almost guarantee we'll never see this character from LEGO. That's because of the show's violent nature. From what I've gathered, this show is extremely gruesome, in large part because of Mark's dad, Omni-Man. This is what would have happened if J. Jonah Jameson got the powers of Superman and was like kind of good, kind of evil. LEGO's made so many superheroes over the years, but I doubt these two will ever make the list. But thankfully our fakes are actually really good and will look great in like a city mock or something. Oh, plus Invincible even has a double head, so you can recreate that one scene.
Think, Mark!
But there's a third fake super fig that's even less likely to be made. Meet Homelander. He's the main antagonist in The Boys TV show, which is very violent in its own right and rated for mature audiences. With pretty much the same powers as Omni-Man, but even crazier. Like, just look at that smile. LEGO's definitely not making our boy Homelander here, but Fake did, and he's actually really good, even with this sick American flag cape. None of these figures fit the LEGO brand, and I would be shocked to ever get them in official minifig form, especially since the current most violent LEGO fig is this angry kitty, and even that was a stretch. LEGO rarely does anything related to pop culture or current events besides movies and maybe like a holiday special. So getting someone like a current political figure seems out of the question. Here is our fake LEGO Trump medium fig. That's right, just like our Venom symbiotes, Donald is half mini and half medium fig to make this actually kind of jacked figure. Obviously, LEGO tries to stay very neutral on most topics. I can almost guarantee we would never see any political characters who always have people strongly for and strongly against them. Luckily, Fake has no such worries and made us one, and even threw in some sort of Easter egg. Does anyone know what this means? Okay, this next fake LEGO pop culture fig is actually something I could maybe see LEGO doing in the future, but it would look nothing like this Colonel Sanders. His printing is wild, but by far the craziest part is the custom molded torso piece. He must have just eaten the $50 fill up, and I can't tell if he's in a food coma or is like some crazy master sensei of chicken. Maybe LEGO would make a Colonel Sanders for some KFC promotion, but he's not looking anything like our fake. To my knowledge, LEGO has only ever made one official army set, but it was based on the soldiers from Toy Story. Needless to say, LEGO is not a fan of making weapons, vehicles, or figs that are too accurate to real life. Well, except for the Indiana Jones line, that was wild. That's why I don't think we'll ever see figures like this. Here are 24 LEGO soldiers. They're pretty simple but very accurate. Almost too accurate, especially when equipped with these realistic looking rifles and gun sashes, which I still can't figure out. Fake also makes army vehicles for them like this brick built tank. I think they look great, but they're just not something I could see LEGO ever putting on store shelves next to a 4+ or Duplo set. Like a 4+ tank? Would that ever happen? Love them or hate them, horror movies have a huge following and have created tons of infamous villains over the years, like Michael Myers. This figure has been following me around for like the last 4 days, and he looks pretty terrifying, just like in the movie, with some okay printing, a butter knife I hope, and a lifeless, ghostly face which has absolutely no emotion and makes it look like he wants to jump under my foot in the middle of the night so I step on him and fall into a huge pile of spiky LEGO bricks. Yeah, LEGO probably won't make him. We also have Freddy Krueger, who I know very little about, but know he's also quite terrifying and maybe Wolverine's half-brother. But then there's also Jason Voorhees from the Friday the 13th movies. Ours is pretty solid, although I wish his mask was actually attached to his face. Plus he comes with an extremely large machete. Horror movies are just not at all part of LEGO's MO, partially because of the violence and gore, but also because most of these movies are rated R and not something a lot of their core target audience is probably watching. Speaking of rated R and absolutely terrifying, our last fake figure that will stay fake because we'll never see it from LEGO is the Xenomorph from Ridley Scott's Alien movies. Okay, first things first, our fake is insane. With Darth Maul's claw legs, a fully kitted out torso plate with a crazy tail, and this mind-blowing custom head that looks a little too happy to see me. He also includes these realistic but elongated arms with hands that kind of look out of place, especially without the torso plate or head, and honestly, this looks like something from Sid's Sandbox. The Predator and Alien movies have a pretty large following, but for the same reasons as our horror villains, I would be absolutely shocked to ever see one of these in minifig form, although it would be pretty cool. Today, we saw all sorts of fakes that LEGO would never make because of their violence, political nature, realism, or fear factor. And most of these fakes were pretty good. But there are other figs I hope LEGO never makes, because they're the absolute worst I've ever seen, and you can check those out right here. Peace!